Everyone, welcome to another episode of the QubicaAMF Tech Tip Podcast. This is a weekly podcast where we take you on a journey through the fascinating world of bowling technology and beyond. As always, I'm your host, Orly, and as always, I have a great special guest today with more knowledge than myself, as always. We have Larry Denecke. Larry, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
And Larry has been on the show before. And if you're new to the show, maybe you're just coming across the show for the first time. Maybe you heard about our show at Bowl Expo. I know they were spreading the word out there about it. Tech Tip Podcast is a great podcast. We have a different guest weekly that comes on the show, covers little topics that, something that may cause you to not have to call in to tech support. Maybe you can save a little bit of time by listening. They usually give pretty detailed steps and pretty easy things here to cover. So Larry has been on the show before. And if you are new, like I said, you're just coming across the show, make sure you're going back and listening to past shows. There's some great information, some great guests on that. They have a lot of great information. So, again, we have Larry on the show. Larry, for those who may be new to the show, can you let everyone know your title with QubicaAMF and what you do within that title?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Again, my name is Larry Denecke. I'm a Max trainer. I've been with the company since 2019. And as the title implies, I am a trainer. I do virtual training, on-site training, just go out to the centers and help you with your Conqueror system and your pin spotters, your scoring. So that's what I do.
All right, Larry. So today we're kind of, digging the hand in the bucket and pulling a few questions that we have from people that listen to the show. I have two questions for you today. They kind of work together a little bit. So I thought I would ask these to you. The first one is someone's asking, can I run a report for today's reservations? Is that possible? And if so, how can they do that?
Yeah, actually, you have a couple options to, you can do more than just like today's reservations. So simple to do that. Once you're in Conqueror, once you open up your Conqueror, you're just going to go to the back office, which is on the top of the screen, one of the lists there. Click on back office, click on reporting right below it, and then you should see a module that says reservations reports. Once you click on reservation reports, you can click. There's a list of options that you have to select from. If you're looking for today's or a report to pull from one of the days, today's reservation or tomorrow's or last week's or this coming week, you're going to hit function sheet. You're going to put in, there's names, there's group names, there's dates, different criteria that you can put in. And then you go ahead and hit print or preview at the bottom, and it will pull up the reservations, the data that you pulled up, the date or date range or whatever. Okay.
So that sounds simple enough there. And the next question, we talked about reports. I kind of feel like this is something that would happen to me. But as this person asked, why are my reports printing on receipt paper? So I guess it's not coming out from the regular printer. Some reason it is going onto the receipt paper. What would cause that and how can they fix that?
All right. And again, this is I won't say again, but this is a common occurrence that happens. So if it's you, it's happening. Don't think you're the Lone Ranger out there. The first thing I would do is make sure I would go to terminal setup and just make sure that the appropriate printer has been chosen and put in place for your terminal. So go into terminal setup, click on printers at the top, and once you do that, on the right hand side, you're going to see a list of options. You're going to scoring sheets, recap sheets. You want to click on cache reports on, and then once you do that, there's going to be a drop down list, and then just make sure that the appropriate printer has been chosen to print from. All right. Once you do that, and more than likely what's happening here is that either here or the place we're going to go to, somehow it's been defaulted to one of your Epson receipt printers. And so we're just correcting that error. So terminal setup is one place. The other place I would think would be just that your Epson printer has been selected as your default printer. And to do that, all you have to do is go into your computer, go into you open up your property windows, go into your devices on the left-hand side, look for printers and scanners. From there, you can click manage. Once you get to the printer scanner screen and hit manage, it's going to come up with the list of computers. Click on the one that you want your reports to go to, select it as your default. Once you do that and you save that screen, then your reports will go to the proper printer. Obviously, we don't want it to go we don't want it to go to the Epson one because it's too skinny and it doesn't give us all the information. So it's pretty simple. One of those two places should correct the problem that you're having.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure you're going to make some people happy by letting them know this is common to happen. You know, when I have something, I kid you not, when I have something wrong, I usually hear, I've never seen this happen before. I don't even know how this can happen.
Happens to me a lot too. I'm like, I don't know. So no, but it's there. It's happened to there. Most everything we run into, you know, especially out in the field, it's like it's happened to somebody before, which is, and I'll just put a plug in for the Q portal. It's a great place to go to tools and resources there and then just type in, you know, what they're looking for. They may find the answers there as well.
Yeah.
So before just listening to these podcasts or going to tech support. But if you want to look for something before you go to tech support, look in your Q portal. You may find the answer right there, what you're looking for.
Yeah. No, I agree. And Larry, you know, I appreciate you coming on to the show today. And like I mentioned, folks, if you're new to the show, make sure you're going back, listening to past episodes, sharing the show, share it with your staff. You know, maybe they won't have to ask you as many questions. Maybe they can find their answers here too. So Larry, again, I thank you for coming on.
Hey, glad to do it anytime.
Yeah. And until next time, everyone, we will talk to everyone soon. Bye-bye.